What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel, or welcome, this is your first visit. My name is Matt. On this channel I review brand new cars. Today I'm back here at Gettle Kia in Bradenton, Florida with this new and redesigned 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid. This is the SX Prestige model, top of the line. We're going to check it out, exterior, interior, technology, of course the test drive. If you enjoy watching videos like this and want to see more automotive content, subscribe to my channel. And if you like anything about this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Now let's get back to this.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
Sportage is the best-selling compact SUV from Kia. It's also the longest running nameplate. It's been around for about 30 years here in the United States. I remember when they first came out, it was a two-door, small, tiny little SUV. It was also available as a convertible, as a soft top, which is pretty cool, more off-road oriented. It grew, it got bigger, it got more sophisticated over the years, and now we have this with this 2026 refresh. Let's see what's going on, starting right up front here. About a month or two ago, I reviewed the regular non-hybrid Kia Sportage, and that already has the same front end. So that's changed from the last generation. Let's take a closer look and see what we have. So LED lights, daytime running lamps, and turn signals. Now the lights are LED projector lights, so you can see like the 4 different cubes right here, really nice and bright. We also have a set of fog lamps on this Prestige SX Prestige model. Bottom of this vehicle finished in this polished aluminum. We have a lot of the shiny black right here in the front grille. We have the front facing camera, kind of this satin silver up on top. And if you like the color of it, it is brand new for this model year. They call it Heritage Blue. Right in the middle of the hood, we have this big Kia logo, and let's take a peek what's underneath it. And here you'll find the 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with electric motors. Total horsepower output 271 pound-feet of torque. Made it to a 6-speed regular transmission. It's not a CVT, not an eCVT. And the gas mileage, we have 35 as the combined on this all-wheel drive. Now we also have the regular non-hybrid version, the internal combustion engine, which I reviewed separately, and the plug-in hybrid, which is not out yet, but it will be relatively soon. I'll come back and make sure to review that too. What else we have underneath this hood? We have the prop rod that's holding it up. We have some sound insulation. Definitely will check out the ride quality and the quietness of the cabin at the end of this video. And now let's take a walk around the corner and take a look at the side profile of this vehicle, because it grew quite a bit in size since its inception. 184.4 is the total length of this vehicle. Now wheelbase 108.5. We have the height of about 66 inches and about 74.3 inches is the width of it. And this is the SX Prestige, which has the biggest wheels, 19-inch rim in this geometrical shape, 2 colors. The size of the tire is 235 by 55. Of course, we have the independent suspension, disc brakes, the whole 9 yards. I like how the wheel wells are surrounded by this shiny black color that continues at the bottom of this vehicle, kind of broken up with this satin silver. And we have the fully loaded mirrors that includes the side view camera, turn signals, blind spot assist. I like this corner windows as well that limits the blind spots in here. And we have the remote entry system on the vehicle. See this indent right here. As long as now the vehicle is running now, but if I were to get close to the vehicle and touch this, it would lock it, it would unlock it as soon as I stick my hand inside of this. Now everything around the windows is black, and also we have the low profile roof rails. And if you take a look at this, we also have the panoramic sunroof. And of course, in typical Kia fashion, we have this trim that's been around for a few years now, at least since this model was introduced a couple years ago. And here it is in the back. And now all Kia Sportage models get the LED lights. I like how bright they are, I like the casing of them, and this black trim that connects at both sides. Kia logo right in the middle, Sportage on the side, and this cool finish to this bumper with the shiny black polished aluminum. We have the reverse lights and the reflector lights that are kind of built into it. We also have the rear view camera and the third brake light up on top. Let's open it up and see what we have there. In order to do that, we can do it a couple different ways. One, using the remote, which is this newer Kia remote. We have the lock, unlock, hold for the gate, and hold for the panic button. On the other side, we have the remote start for the vehicle, and we can move it in or out of the parking spot as well, just like on some of the Hyundai models. Now I'm going to try to wave my foot underneath, see if that works. No, it didn't work. The liftgate button is also here, so let's push it and let's see what we have. Now this is pretty impressive because we have up to 37 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear row seats, and that's probably class leading. If not, that's pretty close to what we have underneath here. Spare tire, tools to help you change that tire. Now you won't get that with a plug-in hybrid. That's where the battery pack's going to be. So that's only on the hybrid and the non-hybrid vehicles. 100 or 80 watts, 12-volt power outlet, and we have some illumination here. You can fold down the seats by pulling on one of the levers. There's one on each side, and that's gonna go to about what, 67 cubic feet. So that's very impressive for the size of this vehicle. Now also up on top, you have the ability to close it with pushing off the button. Now let's check it out and see what we have on the interior. And it's time for the back seat room. I am 6 feet tall, almost. I fit very nicely and comfortable in the back seat here with the front seat adjusted to my regular driving position. I have probably about 3 inches in front of my knees. I feel very comfortable. It is reclined now. Now, if you wanted to maximize the room in the back, of course, you can make it straight up, but then you won't be too comfortable there. As far as the headroom, yeah, about this much, which is about 2 inches of headroom, even with this panoramic sunroof, which takes up some of that room. But let's check out and see what else we have. Starting right here in this rear door panel. So this is the only thing that I have some beef with. This is all hard plastic. Not a big deal because we have this soft inlays right here as well as the soft armrest. Now on this SX Prestige, you also have the 3-stage heated seats. Here's of course your window control, this pretty cool looking door handle and the trim around it. And yes, we have the premium stereo. This is the only trim level that gets it, the Harman Kardon stereo. Moving into this cabin, this is a very good looking interior. I'm not sure how the cleanliness is going to be on this, but we have this Syntax material. This is the synthetic leather, and we have some suede inserts right here on top. Looking really good. We have some perforation in here. We have this middle armrest that opens up with 2 cup holders, and in the seat backs, we have a bit of storage. We have the hook to help you, put whatever grocery bag or something. And we have some USB Type-C ports. And of course, you can maybe put your tablet, or even you can put like a coat hook in there as well. Vents to the back seat, no controls here. And then we have a little bit more storage. Slight bump in the middle, but not big. So that even the third passenger could fit in quite comfortably. And before I show you the interior, let's listen to the sound of the closing door. Pretty good. All right, front door panel time, same thing as in the back, but we have an addition of 2 memory seat settings, and we have the window, mirror, lock controls. And let's see, this is soft touch material, softer touch. Kind of wish that they did the same thing in the back. More storage, and we have this reflector light, so if you open it up, somebody shines the light on it, they will see that really nice and bright. Harman Kardon stereo. Again, both seats have the power adjustments. That's driver and passenger seats. Of course, the same material, slightly more bolstered, but still nice and comfortable seats. So even in this headrest on the side, now we have the suede as well as the top portion of this seat as well. And check this out on the left hand side of and the steering wheel, we have the hold to open up this rear gate, 12-volt battery reset, traction control off, your dimmer, and electronic parking brake. And if you take a closer look, we have ambient lighting right here. That's I'm going to try to show that to you on the interior as well. Sound check. Door sound check from the interior. Boom. Pretty nice and solid. And here's the interior for this 2026 Kia Sportage SX Prestige Hybrid. All right, so right on top, we have this softer material. This is not super soft, but it's not that hard to cheap plastic that you see on some of the other manufacturers. We also have the ambient lighting. You can see peeking through. This trim, of course, matching the ones on the door. Nice large vents connecting to the ones in the middle. Two big screens, 12.3-inch screens, both of them. And for the first time ever, we have the head-up display. Right now, you can see the speed limit and the speed of this vehicle, which is 0. Of course, the new style Kia steering wheel, flat at the bottom, flat at the top, with the Kia logo to the side. And then what do we have as far as the buttons? So we have the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. These are the pages, help you see what else is going on in the instrument cluster. And we have the pedal shifters, I believe. I don't think that this is the region. I think these are the pedal shifters. We'll check that out. So drive mode on the left-hand side, terrain mode, because this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, on the right-hand side, mode and start. These can be customizable as well. We have the phone button, voice control, volume, and mute. Let's see what's going on in the instrument cluster. A lot of things are going on. We have tons of features that you can go through. Right now, this is in the classic display. We have the speedometer right-hand side, the power gauge on the right-hand side, 262 miles to empty. Let's hit that pages button and see what we have. So we have the compass, lane keep assist, right, current trip. That's about it. But you can also go up and down from here. In the current trip, since refueling, since last reset, engine temperature, tire pressure, drive power distribution, charging right now. That's the status of the engine, and back to 0 miles per hour. So this is your speedometer. Moving on. Well, before we do that, let's hit that drive mode and let's see what we have. So Eco, Sport, and My Drive, so customizable, and the terrain mode, snow, mud, and sand. So these are the terrain modes on this Kia Sportage. Another 12.3-inch screen. This is your main screen for your infotainment system. The navigation comes standard, but if you don't like, for some reason, the way that this one works, you can connect Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Both of them have wireless connection. These are the shortcuts to the menu. FM Hybrid is allowing you to see of what's going on. So right now it says 8 miles per gallon after refueling. Now this is a brand new vehicle. It's only got 13 miles on it. So it's been probably idling in the dealer's lot for the most part. Electric motor use, 0 kilowatt right now. Where the power is going, engine, wheels, electric motor, and battery. So it kind of itemizes that whole hybrid system. Go back to this main screen. You have the phone projection, and that, of course, includes the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You can connect it to your phone. We're not going to do that right now. And moving on, FM Hybrid phone projector. Of course, YouTube, you can watch my videos maybe if you get one. Entertainment voice memo allows you to record short voice messages. Weather, if it's too hard to look outside for you, and sports, that's kind of important for those of you who are into it. Now, you'll need a subscription for that as well. So voice memo setup. In the setup button right here, tons of customizable buttons. Vehicle navigation, sound, cluster, head-up display. I always want to see what the cluster is. So cluster theme selection, we can do either circle or simple. Let me show you how that looks. So of course, circle and simple. And we have the graphic styles. We have A, B, or C, or you can link it to the drive mode, and basically whether it's going to be the sport mode or normal mode, they're going to have just different backgrounds to it. Let's go back to this setup screen. Take a look at one more thing, because a lot of you are not aware that the buttons are Kia are customizable. So we have the custom button navigation on the steering wheel, The mode button allows you to choose from Bluetooth audio, Amazon Music, SoundCloud, phone projection, sounds of nature, USB music, FM, AM, Sirius XM, which by the way shows you what kind of sources for radio we have. And then you can customize many of the other buttons as well. Moving on to the very last page, and here you have the connected garage, which I believe allows you to see what services are due, service maintenance, HD, radio, data, notification, online manual. One other thing I want to check, of course, is the rear view camera. So we'll put it in a reverse, and that gives you a really nice view. See what's going on. If you want to see the vehicle and kind of spin around, you can do that too. And let's go back to this trajectory lines. And then again, we have the top-down view with the trajectory lines. This is the back view right here. Oh, and that kind of reminded me to see what else is here. I'm going to put it in park for 1 second. I'm going to turn the turn signals to the right. As you can see, it has that video blind spot assist that displays the image from the cameras on the mirrors into the instrument cluster. Really nice safety feature on here. Moving down, hazard lights, big vents, and this is the dual purpose screen. You can switch that right now. We have the shortcut buttons right here for home, map, search, seek, track, media, and setup. But if you hit this, you can make it into that screen. Now, keep in mind that this will also change your volume from here. So now you'll have to control it probably from the steering wheel unless you move it back. Auto climate, front window defogger, rear window defroster, etc. Down here below, we have the charger, wireless charger, and a bunch of USB Type-C ports, one for the data, one for charging and data. And then we have the engine start stop button. This again is the same trim as we've seen on the doors, heated, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and we have this rotary dial as far as the gear changing. Put it in park to stop. Hill descent assist, basically auto hold camera. Again, the displays that we weren't able to really show you this front view camera. So here it is. This is what's going on in the front. And of course, you've seen the back one already. So 2 cup holders, the disappearing cup holders, you can move them out as such just to have more storage space. And if you hit the button, you're going to be able to have the actual cup holders and more storage with another 12-volt outlet up here. Now, I was under the impression that this is going to have this rear view camera mirror, and it does not. It's just a regular plain mirror here. We have the LED light, and of course this big panoramic sunroof. So if you need more light in the cabin, not sure if it's such a good idea as it's drizzling outside. Well, not too bad. But we have this windscreen, and then Kia connected services, as well as the SOS button up on top. We also have the mirrors with some illumination up on top here. So this is the interior of this 2026 Kia Sportage SX Prestige Hybrid. Let's touch on the price. Take it for a spin. And looking at Kia's website, there are 3 different powertrains available. So the regular Sportage starts at $28,690. Sportage Hybrid, $30,290. So not even a $2,000 difference between the two. To me, it's a no-brainer. Get a better gas mileage, more powerful engine. And then the Kia Sportage plug-in hybrid starting MSRP is $39,890. It's about 36, 37 miles per gallon electric only driving range and more powerful motor. We're going to review that separately. But let's focus on the hybrid. So the base hybrid is the LX, $30,290. The S, which is nicely loaded, but still more of a budget-oriented trim, $32,590. Now we have the EX at $33,590, X-Line at $35,490, and the SX Prestige, $40,390. So the LX, I believe it's the only one that's available with the front-wheel drive. And if you go for the all-wheel drive, it's going to start at the S trim. Okay. That makes sense. All right, so the LX is the least expensive, but it's a front-wheel drive. Now, as far as the gas mileage, 35, it's a decent gas mileage. It still falls just shy of what the CRV does, what Toyota RAV4 Hybrid and Mazda CX-50 Hybrid do, and that's, of course, the competition. Plus, we have the sibling, of course, the Hyundai Tucson, but that's essentially the same powertrain. So let's take it for a quick spin and see how this hybrid drives. I know that when I driven the non-hybrid, I felt like it was lacking just a little bit of power. So hopefully the more horsepower is going to fix it. And we'll see how the transmission shifts. I've heard mixed opinions on that, so I want to feel it myself and see how that does. Now, in the sports mode, we're in the back of the dealership. So this is a parking lot that the employees only literally go to, and this is a storage lot. So when I do the acceleration, we're not going to go really fast, but I just want to feel how that vehicle goes as far as the acceleration. There's a very slim chance that somebody's going to be here, plus I can see what's going on here. So we're stopped. Hit it. Yeah, that's definitely that more traditional feel with the shift. I can't wait to take it on the road and see a little bit more of it. But before we do that, I also want to kind of turn it around in this parking lot to see how tight the turning radius is. And it's a perfect spot right here. Turn the steering wheel all the way to the left, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. That's about how many parking spots it takes it to completely turn it around through 360. So it's a pretty tight turning radius here. Very quiet in the cabin. Very nice. Oh, we have the rear wiper as well. It's been raining on and off, so we're gonna get to check it out. It's slippery conditions. I don't think that it's super slippery, but anyways, it's a little abnormal, if you will. And merging in traffic. Ooh, I like that power delivery. I really do. You can barely hear the engine, so both of the electric motor and the internal combustion engine are working really nicely together, reducing that scream from the engine, as you can hear, and some of the other hybrid models. And it's perfect opportunity, guys, because we're coming up to the red light here. I'm going to be able to check out a little bit more of that acceleration here, but overall, so far so good. Let's go. All right, no complaints here, none whatsoever. Get it up to just about 60 miles per hour. It moves. I don't know if it's 7 seconds or 7.2 seconds or whatever the number is. It's definitely adequate to the type of the vehicle that it is. It's probably even faster than the CRV. Now, somebody might have tested it, and they might have different opinions. I go by feel, really. That's what's important to me. I drive the different cars every day, and I can tell you one thing, that you will not have any problems when catching up with traffic, merging in traffic, and getting out of the way. So if that's your concern, don't worry. Kia's got you covered here. All right, pretty good as far as the turning. And let's sum it all up, because this is a very, very competitive market. Now, of course, we have the new RAV4 that's coming out soon, and that's apparently it's already a big hit, and it's not even came out yet. I just seen some of the videos. I haven't tested it. Until I put my hands on it, I'm not even going to talk about that. But to the current generation RAV4, I think this one beats it in both the quality of the finish, the acceleration. Gas mileage must be trailing just a little bit behind, but I would prefer this vehicle versus the RAV4. The CR-V, it's close to my heart. I've had several of them. But then again, Honda's kind of slacking, but giving you some of the options that come standard on this vehicle. For example, the panoramic sunroof. I don't know if I'll be the person that's using much of it, but if you are into sunroofs or panoramic sunroofs, definitely, you know, you'll get one here at Kia. All of these features, the heated, ventilated seats, 2 large screen head-up display. I mean, this is all that you're getting standard with this SX Prestige. Now, this particular one's got a few options, but those are like the floor mats, and I'm going to post that in the description of this video. And it tops out still, the sticker on is about $42,000, which in comparison to a CR-V or RAV4, it's a pretty good bargain. I think either one of those fully loaded, it's going to take you at about $43,000, $44,000. And like I said, you know, it won't have as many features as this one has. There's always a question of reliability and dependability, and you know, those comments are always showing up on those videos. And I think Kia is moving along, and it's moving into the direction where those vehicles are getting better and better. And to give you the peace of mind, of course, they still give you the 10-year 100,000-mile warranty, which is the longest warranty in the industry. So in case it does break, you know, you at least have it covered. Most of the standards are 5 years, 60,000 miles. Toyotas and Hondas, that's on the powertrain. So Kia has it beat by 5 years and about 40,000 miles. Well, guys, let me know what you think about this brand new 2026 Kia Sportage Hybrid. Let me know what you like it, what you don't like it, and I welcome all the comments. And I hope you learned something about this brand new 2026 Sportage Hybrid. And if you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more automotive content. Thank you so much for being part of the Carguy family. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.